Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to do a little tutorial on these two leather and pearl earrings. So, I don't know about you all, but Christmas is in, what is today, the 22nd? Yeah, like 3 days, and it's stressing me out. I think I'm ready for mostly, except for my older son. I haven't bought a single thing for him. But he told me he wanted clothes, and I can't do that alone. He's got to help me. So we're going shopping on the 23rd, which is going to be like hell on earth. But that's what we're going to do. So, but with Christmas coming, there are always those, it seems like, last minute gifts that you forgot about. Like, you know, your cousin Penelope, she's coming to Christmas Eve party and you completely forgot about her. So you've got to come up with something for Penelope. So especially this earring is so quick and easy. I mean, it literally takes 5 minutes to make this. So, yeah, but both of these would be really simple, really quick, things that you could do for like a last minute gift if you're desperate. So let's get into a supply list if you want to make these. So for this first earring, you're going to need 2 pieces of leather, and I have cut these at 4 inches and about 3.5 inches. Okay, so these are actually leather suede lace. Let me show you. And I ordered these from ARRICRAFT. I got this whole roll, and I'll put a link in the description box below. But this is suede lace leather, and I'm not sure of the millimeters on this. It will tell in the link, I'm sure, that I've put in the description box, but I got that from ARRICRAFT. And then you're going to need some little dangles, and I've already put the dangle together just for time's sake, but the pearls came from ARRICRAFT, those little rhinestone spacers came from ARRICRAFT, and I just put a bicone on top and made a little loop. You're going to need an ear hook and a jump ring. Like one. Well, actually, you're going to need 2 jump rings, so I need to pull out another small jump ring. But you'll need one to put your leather together in, and then I put one to hang the little dangle on. So let me grab another teeny jump ring out of here. Seems like the smallest ones are always at the very bottom of the pile. And it's a very tiny one that I have. Okay, here we go. There's one. So that's what you're going to need for that earring. Now, for the next earring, let me set that aside. You're going to need several pieces of your leather, your suede lace cord. So I've got several different colors. I've got like a lighter brown. This is the one that came from ARRICRAFT. It's a little lighter than that one. A cream colored and a real deep chocolate. So you're just going to need several of them in all different lengths. And don't stress out over this. I cut them just, you know, different lengths, and then when you put this earring together, it does not have to look exactly the same, unless you're just one of those people that says yes it does. But I don't. I mean, it does not have to look exactly the same. This is kind of organic, and I just cut them at different lengths. So I cut all those pieces out. Whoops, I'm getting that stuck on my other one. And then you're going to need some pearl dangles. So I've got some 10 millimeter 4, 6, and these right here are 8. And these pearls also came from ARRICRAFT in this big container, and I love these pearls. They're really awesome. These are the 8 millimeter ones, and there was another container that had the all different sizes of the white ones, like 6, 4, 10, 8. Let me grab them here. And that's this container, and it came with all of these different sizes of white pearls, and I love this. So I'll have links to all these things in the description box below. But you're going to need some little dangles, and I've already made up all the dangles except for this one. I had a few people asking me how to make the loop, and so that's what I'm going to show you how to do that. Then you're going to need some little sparkly rondelles, and here they are. And these little sparkly rondelles actually came from Lbeads, and I will put a link for these actually in the description box below as well. So these are just some little, you know, sparkly little rondelles. Let me get them over here on the screen. And then you're going to need some jump rings. I have probably this is a 10 millimeter, and I'd say these are 4 millimeter jump rings. I just
you know, I'm kind of just go with it. I don't pick out, I try to make them the same size, but I don't really, you know. And then you're going to need, this is called a cord end. And this is something that you can put a bunch of cords up in, and I'm going to put a head pin up in there for the top. And you're going to need your head pin, and you're going to need an ear hook, okay? So that's what you're going to need for this earring. And you're going to need either a leather punch, which I have a leather punch here, but I did not use my leather punch on these because they're so skinny. So, you know, unless you can get that really precise on there, I would use either a beading awl, or actually what I used on mine was just this needle. And I just poked the holes through on this earring, this other one, with this needle. You're going to need your wire cutters. You're going to need a thin gauge of wire. This is either 26 or 28, I believe. It was just on a roll. It was on a spool that's not labeled, so I'm not sure, but it's very thin gauge wire because you're going to be wrapping. That's what this is. You're going to wrap it all around there. And just your regular jewelry pliers. And I think that that's it. So we'll go ahead and start with this earring since I have it all laid out here. So this I think is really cute. It's classy. Yeah, it's kind of boho style. It's got a little sparkle. It's feminine. Yeah, really cute. Oh, and another thing, you're going to need E6000. I'm so sorry. I forgot that. But yes, you definitely need that for this, for this earring, for sure. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your lace leather and just gather it all up like you want it. And it doesn't, like I said, I don't get precise with it. There's a couple pieces that are kind of bent, like that one was sticking out curled, and I just try to make them to where they all kind of at least lay the same direction, but even that is not really, you know, that important of a thing. Now it's going to have those two going that way. Okay. And I just gather them all up together, and I'm not sure how many pieces I've got here. Looks like 1, 2, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 pieces is what I've got here. And I don't know if I have that many. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. I have 8 in the other one, so I need to take one out. I think I have an extra white one in here. So let's take that guy out. Okay, so here we have our little 8 pieces of leather. And what we're going to do is we're just going to hold them all even, just like this. And we're going to take our wire. Now this is supposed to look messy. It is not supposed to be neat and tidy. So don't freak out, okay? Just make it, just start wrapping. And I'm going to get it around there like that. I'll leave about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch sticking out there at the top. And I just start wrapping. You want to try to cover up your end if you can. There it is. Okay, and after you get around it about 3 times, then go ahead and pick up one of your sparkly little Rondelle beads. There it is. Just dropped a pearl. I'll have to chase that down here in a second. I'm so bad about things rolling off my table. It drives me crazy. But I'm always knocking things off, rolling things off, and the floor, I mean, it's bad. I need to, I won't even vacuum in here without like taking the filter out and cleaning it, and then I'll vacuum. And so, because then I can take it out and go through everything in the filter, because I have so many like precious beads on the floor that, yeah, it's bad. But I drop things constantly. Okay, so all I'm doing is I'm putting the little beads on, and then I'm wrapping a couple times around. And I think I did 4 beads on the other one, so I'll go ahead and do 4 on this one. Okay, see, that's it. I'm just sticking it on. Actually, I'm going to stick that one up there. And then just wrapping around. And it is supposed to look messy. I'll wrap around several times, and then I'll stick another bead on. I'll do one more here. There it is. And I think I want it to go right there. And just kind of hold it where you want it. It will stay once you wrap around a couple times. Okay. Now, just wrap several more times. I don't want those in a, there we go, that's better. Okay, and then when you feel like you have it pretty secure, go to the back, cut your wire. I know I'm using scissors to cut wire, but and then just try to tuck it in here somewhere. You can try to make it go under another one if you can, or you can just flatten it with your pliers there. I just stuck it under another one. Okay, so there's what you've got. It's really, really cute. So then I'm just going to trim these to where they're kind of even. I don't want to trim them too short because I don't want the wire to come off the top right now. So I'm just kind of trimming them up a little bit. Clearly I need to sharpen my scissors. Okay, now take your bead cap and just make sure, or your cord end, and make sure that it fits there. And I'm going to scoot these down just a tad so it's got room to go on. There we go. Okay, let me make sure that it'll go on. Okay, so you want all of your ends to be able to go up in there really nicely and, you know, just be secure. So if you have to scoot your beads and your wrap down just a little, you can. I don't really, let me move that one up. I'm not crazy about the way these beads are placed on here, but they'll be all right. Okay. All right, so now what you're going to do, after you get that where you want it, make sure that it'll, okay. All right. Now, because this bead, here's another thing I forgot to tell you, you need like a 8/0 clear seed bead to put on the end of this. I'm sorry, I'm not very organized this morning. And yes, Kathy Thornton, I know you've been asking me. You keep telling me I sound congested. I have got a cold. I don't know. I'm fighting it. Like, I'm not really admitting that I have a cold because I can't have a cold. I'm too busy. And we're leaving tomorrow to go home for Christmas. So I cannot be sick, but yeah, I've been congested and the whole bit. Yesterday I was miserable. We went to see the Star Wars movie, came home, and I was like dead. Like, I felt like I'd been in a marathon or something. It was ridiculous. So I did really nothing yesterday but lay around all evening long, and then this morning I've got up and done really nothing productive either. We're not even going to church this morning because I don't want to like give somebody else this cold and make them sick. So yeah, I do have a cold. And what I'm doing right now is looking for a clear seed bead because I forgot to pull that out. I might be kind of drugged up on cold medicine, but alrighty. So I found one that may work. We'll see. Alright, so yeah, you need a little clear seed bead, but if your hole is this big, I mean, that's a pretty big hole in there, and my jump ring, or my head pin's gonna go right through it. This seed bead may go right through it. Let's look and see. Yeah, it will. Okay, so, well, crap. I'm going to use a gold seed bead because I have one here. And it won't show anyway, so, okay. So all you need is a big enough seed bead to block your hole anyway. Yeah, we're just going to go with it. But it may be too big to make I think it'll be okay. Alright, so now you're going to take your E6000. So you put your little seed bead in there to block your hole up, and then you put your head pin in. And then you take your E6000 and you very generously fill this. Oh my gosh, okay, my E6000 needs, it's partially dried on there. Okay, here we go, we've got fresh glue. Okay, you want to very generously fill this up. I mean, you really want to put quite a bit of glue in there because it's got to grab all of these leather lace pieces. Okay, so go ahead and stick it in there and push it down. Okay, so stick it in there, push it down real good. It's okay if you have glue that comes out the sides. Just take your fingers and kind of get it off and put it on a napkin or whatever. And then we're going to set this aside for just a minute and let the glue start to set up. Okay, so just set it aside. Make sure all of your little lace pieces are in there and set it aside. Okay, so now we're going to do our little dangle here. So, okay, the way that you make a loop with these is you take your bead, put it on your head pin, and then you take your chain nose pliers and you bend it at a 90-degree angle, just right on top of the bead, up like just barely 1/4 of an inch, if that. 1/8 of an inch probably is what that is, up from the bead, and you bend it over. Then you come in with your cutters, and I usually go out about, I don't know, I'd say, what's that? Oh gosh, I don't know. Let me measure. What do I do with my ruler? Let me just measure this. It's about, oh gosh, I don't know. How many centimeters would that be? Well, it's very tiny. I've got my millimeters here and my centimeter, or my inches. It's not quite a half an inch. I guess it's about a quarter of an inch. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't go out very far anyway, is the point I'm trying to make. And I clip that off. And then you're going to roll it back, just like this. Okay. And then you may have to take your chain nose pliers and straighten it up a little, because I rolled it kind of sideways. And then if it's not completely closed, I just close it up like that. And there you have a good little loop. Okay. So we're going to take all of these, and we're going to use these two jump rings. And what we're going to do, grab my pliers here, we're going to open this jump ring, and I'm going to just put, I don't know, about 3 or 4 of them on here, like this. Okay, so I'll do about 3. We've got, oh wait, I dropped one too. Let me grab the one that I dropped, because that'll mess everything up. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 on this top one. That bead we're going to use in a minute. Okay, so I've got, actually I ended up with 3. 3 on the top one. Then take your smaller jump ring, open it up, and put your others on there. The reason we do this is to kind of give it a little bit of a layered look, so it's not just all stuck together in one big clump. And then we're going to hang this small jump ring from the other one that we just did. Okay, and see what that does is when you grab this, it kind of layers it down, and it makes a couple of them longer. The ones on this jump ring are a little bit longer, so it's just not one huge clump together. Okay, so then we're going to take this jump ring right here, and I've actually got a bigger one over there on my other earring, so I'm going to grab one bigger one. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to grab one of those, and what I'm going to do is just find a wire that's loose enough for me to stick this under, in the front, of course. You want to do it in the front where it's going to show, but you just pick one of your wires and stick it through. And of course, this is going to fight me today. Oh my gosh, it shouldn't be this hard. The last one was not this hard. I guess I wrapped this one tighter. But yeah, you just find a place to stick it through and make it go. And it will if you make it. I'm killing my jump ring, but... And you can use your pliers to kind of pull it apart if you need to. Like I said, I'm killing this jump ring trying to do this. There we go, finally. Yeah, the last one was not that hard. And then I'm going to take my pliers and I'm going to try to repair my jump ring that I just... There we go, it'll be alright. There we go. Okay, so then you have a cute little bead dangle hanging from your... Now this isn't dry yet, so... Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to set this aside just like it is. Let it dry for 24 hours, okay? In 24 hours, what you're going to do is come back and you'll have your head pin sticking up here. You can put a bead on there if you want. I use this brown bead. And then you just make a loop like we just did on that bead and put your fishhook through. And this is what you've got. It's a really, really cute, just boho, different style earring. Okay, so that is our first one. Now our second one literally is so much easier. It takes no time at all. So your second one, like I said, you're going to cut one of these 4 inches and one about 3.5. And then I took the straight pin and just poked holes through these, just like this. You know, you can use a leather punch if you have it, but like I said, mine wasn't working so great, so I didn't use it. And then you're going to take a jump ring. You're going to put on one end of your shorter cord, And this can be a little difficult, but just, you know, push it through. It'll go. It's just sometimes the holes are tiny. Then you're going to put on one end of your bigger cord. Okay. Now you want to make sure that they're laying flat, and then you're going to take your shorter cord. Make sure that you have it laying, you know, it so that it's not twisted. Okay. You want to take it up, and you're going to wrap it and put the other end on your jump ring. If I can find the hole, there it is. Okay, so it makes a little loop. Then you take this one, your bigger one, and do the same thing. And there you have it. Okay, so then you're just going to take your pliers and close your jump ring, just like that. Okay, and then you can straighten these up inside here. I just kind of pull them around, straighten them up a little, and there you have it. Now you're going to take your bead dangle and your teeny tiny jump ring, open them up, put your bead dangle on there, hang it from the center, and you can use anything. You can use charms in here. I mean, you could do anything you wanted pretty much, but and then close that up. And then we're going to take our fish hook wherever it went. Here it is. I'll make sure that well, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say make sure your fish hook faces the front, but this really is the same either way, so that makes it even easier, right? Make sure it's closed good though. And there you have it. That literally is all there is to that earring. And this leather lace comes in so many different colors. So you could do, you know, you could do any colors. It's really pretty. I think these make really cute little earrings. So like I said, I will have the links to all the products listed in the description box below. Some came from Beebee, some came from Lbeads. And yeah, these make really cute little earrings. I'm going to go ahead and do the top of this one, just even though it's not completely dry, so you can see, but you just go ahead, watch my bead not go on this head pin because it's bent. Let me cut it. I'll just cut that bent part off there, and hopefully he'll go on now, because it went on the other one, so yeah, there we go. Okay, so you put your little bead on. See, it's going to come loose because I haven't let it dry. You really want to let this dry for 24 hours. Do not skimp on that. But you bend it over, cut it off at just, I don't know, that's not even a ½ inch, but, and then roll it back. Okay, there's your perfect little loop. Make sure it's nice and closed. Oh, for heaven's sakes, sit still. It's going to spin on me. There we go. Okay, make sure it's nice and closed. Put your ear wire on. And I'm going to have to let this dry. It's coming apart, but you just put your ear wire on like this, and you're done. So let me close that up, and then I'll put the thing back together and let it dry. There we go. Okay. So yeah, just make sure that you let it dry for a while and use plenty of glue in there. You don't want it coming apart on you. So that is that earring, and these are the others, and they're 2 quick and easy little gifts for Cousin Penelope when she shows up and you didn't expect her at Christmas. So anyway, I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas. Like I said, we will be headed home for the holidays tomorrow, and we'll be with family, and we'll be back in a couple days, but I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!